Usually I have a mic, and we started our season. We're in day 7 of practices, and you coaches know when you first start what your voice is like. So my voice is a little shot right now. I know you can't hear because there's no mic. That's my wife. She's a pain in the ass. So I'll try and speak as loud as I can to try and get things to you. Couple things before I start. Usually, and I love the opportunity to talk about the press. Usually, wherever I go, whether it's this country or out of the country, I'm always talking about the dribble drive. To put things in perspective, when I went to the dribble drive a long time ago, this is in the late 90s. The late 90s, I went to the dribble drive. When I went to that, the reason I went to it was because of the press. When I would press, I could not run my offense. Okay, so what would happen back then, because I wasn't smart enough, I would run my offense, stop, work on my defense, stop. I couldn't put them together. So the dribble drive came because of the press. I'm going to show you the basics of the press today. The basics. I'm going to give you a lot of the terminology of the press today. Once you learn the terminology and you learn what I'm doing, you can go, I'm going to teach it in a 2-2-1 format today. You can take it to a man-to-man. You can take it to a hard diamond. Once you understand the terminology, you'll see what I'm talking about that way. Now, if you're really good, the best thing I've done through all my years in high school and junior college is I never wanted to be a college coach or go to the NBA. I just always wanted to be a high school coach. I was lucky enough to get a couple opportunities. But the biggest thing I think I did is I learned how to press on misses. How many of you guys have ever practiced in your practice going against a press on a miss? Okay, unless you went against one of my teams or somebody who coached with me, not too many people do that. And if you can learn to press on a miss, you go to a whole different level. I try to create in high school and junior college, I try to create as much chaos as I can on the court for a couple reasons. Number one, I wanted to control tempo. I love to play against a coach that every time down calls a play. They're not going to do that against us because we're trapping, we're pressuring. They're not going to have a chance to look to the coach and see what play they're going to do. So that part really, I felt good about. And number two, I think what determines a really good team is your shot selection. I really do. And when you start pressuring people, a lot of times when they break the press, their shot selection, they're happy to take this shot or take that shot. I know for me, if we have a regular good game, if we took 60 shots, 57, 58 of the shots are either going to be in the paint, when I say in the paint at the rim, or they're going to be threes. Okay, we're only going to take 2 or 3 mid-range shots. I'm not a big believer on mid-range shots. A lot of coaches say, well, that's not good, whatever. You do your own beliefs. I can just tell you percentage. Everything that I try to teach my players is to give us a percentage, that much more to win the game. The 5 years I was in the NBA, inside that charge circle, NBA players who were the best in the world shot 60% for the average those 5 years inside that charge circle. Okay? So if you went points per shot, it's for 2 points. It's 1.2 points per shot. Okay? Corner threes in the NBA. Those 5 years I was in the NBA was at 40%. 40%. But there were 3. So that's 1.2 points per shot. Now around the whole bend was about 33 to 35, 36%. Call it 35%. 35% would be 1.05. Okay, a little less than 1.1. Anything above 1's good. You get to 1.1, you're doing really good. But what's the best shot to shoot? The free throw. You get 2 free throws, you get 2 free throws, just say you shoot 70%. Most of the time, especially now in high school, without the one-on-one, you're usually shooting 2 free throws. If you're 70%, that's 1.4 points per opportunity there. My 5 years in the NBA, from the charge circle to the three-point line, was 39, 39, 39, 40, and 40%. Called 40%. The best players in the world shot 40% from the charge circle to the three-point line. That's 0.8 points per shot. The more those shots you take, the percentage of your scoring goes down. Again, you do what you got to do. But that's one of the reasons I like pressing, because I know when we pressure people, they're going to take a different type of shot than we're going to take. Okay, now I want to get into the press. There's the 5 positions, and I want to kind of talk here because I don't know what it's going to be like over there. In the front, my main person is called the controller. It's called the controller. This is the person who runs my defense. He's that, I think everybody, how many high school coaches we have here? Okay, so most of you are high school. You guys all have that type of player. Works his or her ass off, really good, really talented, and can't shoot worth shit. Right? Most of you have those type of players. I know I had plenty of them. Those were my controllers. I was a little different. I never liked starting my 5 best players. Okay? A lot of coaches will go, why wouldn't you start your 5 best? Because when we press, my controller, who's going to be up and putting all kinds of pressure, my controller would be the one getting in foul trouble. I would always need to have 3 controllers, 2 for sure, and a third when we get in foul trouble. I need to have 2 really controllers. They're in, they're out, They're putting all kinds of pressure. They're the ones that will dictate the tempo. They will dictate the tempo. Okay? So most of the time, my controller was not one of my 5 best players. Now, when I would end the game, I would always end the game with my 5 best players. I would not have as good a controller, but at that point, it didn't matter to me because at the end of the game, the way I felt in high school, first 28 minutes, 29 minutes, I wanted to wear you down. The last 3 or 4, I would do what I could to win the game. My 4 years in junior college, we go up and down, and I went against Justin and so forth. We averaged 104 points a game pressing all 4 years. That was our average. We went 133-11 during those 4 years. Okay, and it's mainly because people didn't know how to handle the pressure and the chaos. That was the whole reason. We kept coming at them. And you know and I know, if you don't know how to break a press, you're in a lot of trouble. But here's the biggest problem that people didn't realize against the press. Just something to put in your head. How many of you have a really good point guard? Then how many of you in high school got a really good backup point guard? Not very many. So what you don't realize is when you would play us, you were afraid of your backup point guard. Let's say you played your starter 28 minutes and your backup 4 minutes. You knew if you played that backup 4 minutes against us, what would happen. We call it, just part of my language, I always kind of laugh at the kids. You'll see kids who jump in the air and panic. We just say shit falls right down their leg. They just shitting right down. Everything's coming right out. Okay? And you're afraid of that backup point guard in that one sequence. Because I can guarantee you, I've seen the press many times where all of a sudden it's a 4 or 5 point game. Then all of a sudden it's up to 13, 14, 15. Then it's out of reach. That's because that backup point guard. So now what do? You play your starter probably 30, 31 minutes. But what you don't realize is the way we play in a normal game, you might get 60 reps, 60 times up and down the court. The way we play, we're getting 80, 85. So your point guard is really working so much more. They don't realize, and then they burn out. I don't know if anybody ever remembers Deshaun Stevenson. Okay, Deshaun played in the NBA, high school, hell of a player. I mean, a grown man. We're playing them when I was at Clovis West. We're up 1 at the halftime. At the end of the third quarter, we're up 34. 34 against an NBA guy, and they had 3 other Division I players, and I didn't have any Division I players. Okay, I'll take that back. I did have one good one. Okay, but again, just so you understand, I love pressing because I want to dictate to you. Now, the reason the dribble drive came in is I want to put pressure on both sides of the ball. I want to put pressure. To me, it doesn't do a lot of pressure. It doesn't do a lot of good if I'm going to press, then come back after the press, sit back in a half court and play pack line where you can do what you want. I want to put pressure both sides of the ball. Okay, ladies, here we go. Hustle. Here we go. I need 2 guards, 2 black guards, and 2 white guards. Right here. The rest of you can sit down. Hustle. 2 black guards. What? If it's better for them, can you guys hear me? Probably better for the mic. Thank you. Oh, we got to hold it. Sorry, my voice is shot. Sorry about that. My voice is shot a little bit. Okay. So, the first person that's on the defense, for this defense to work, there's 3 major things. Number 1, you've got to know what your quarters are. Okay, I break the court. See where this line is, kind of volleyball, it usually helps. So I break the court into vertical quarters. Vertical quarters. This is an outside quarter. This would be an inside quarter. This would be an inside quarter. And over here would be an outside quarter. Like most people, if the ball's on the outside quarter, I expect on our press, this is the full court, and half court's a little bit different, but I'm just going to talk full court. If the ball's on the outside quarter, I expect all 5 defenders be on that half of the court. Okay. If the ball's on the inside quarter, I expect all 5 defenders to be on the inside quarters. Okay? So what I mean by that is the following. These are the 5 names of my defenders out here. The controller, gapper, taker, reader, and teaser. Controller, gapper, taker, reader, and teaser. You notice they all end in ers. There's 2 ers I don't want them to be. One is a hugger. That means you're right next to the person. And the other one's what I call a sniffer. That's somebody who's trailing somebody's ass all the way down the court. Okay, so I don't want huggers and I don't want sniffers. So those are 2 ers. So I'm going to just go through right now as if the ball's inbounded. So the first thing I said is they got to know their quarters. Second, everything goes on pressure, pressure, pressure. Anytime I see a straight line pass, there was not good ball pressure. There was not good ball pressure. Okay, so 1 is get to your quarters, 2, pressure, 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 and 3, the press begins on a hard dribble. Not a standing dribble. We don't want them to pass it. We don't want them to pass it. So, you got the ball right here. Let's just say the ball was inbounded already, right here. Go on over there. What's your name? Jordan. Okay, Jordan's on defense. Now, whoever's on the ball is the controller. Whoever's on the ball is the controller. Whoever is off the ball is the gapper. Good, go on over there. Go wide. Where would you be? You're going that way. They're going that way. Okay, not too bad. Okay, now, here's the controller's responsibility. Number 1, great pressure. And for me, I like people going pressure, pressure, pressure. Pressure, pressure, pressure. Some people just crap their pants once you say the word pressure. Okay? Plus, the reason I like pressure is with the two S's, pressure, sometimes spit comes out, gets in their face, take the ball from them. Okay, so one is pressure. Okay, two, you got to make them beat you with the dribble. And then three, once they start dribbling, you got to get me a turn. You got to get me a turn. I don't care if it's in the back court or in the front court. Okay, we got that? Pressure. Make them put it on the ground, then get me a turn. Okay, my gapper. You're guarding there, right? You're the gapper. Okay, come on up here. You're all the way up here. Okay, all the way up. There's a person over there. Okay, so what we like to do in our 2-2-1, okay, in our 2-2-1, what we're going to do is, this is the gapper. Controller, gapper. Gapper's number one responsibility is to never get gapped. Never get gapped. The second responsibility of a gapper is that they will turn into a trapper. They will turn into a trapper. So the gapper can't get gapped, and a trapper, the gapper's going to turn to a trapper. So what I mean by that, okay, if you're all the way over here and they go up the middle, we got gap. That should not happen. That can't happen. Okay, so right now, you're going to get into her. Pressure. Put pressure on her. Go.
Okay.
Holy shiest. Pressure. Get into her. Okay, good. Now hold it. See, now a little bit of pressure. What did the offense do? Turn their back. And that's what you want. You want to make them take so they can't see the whole court. Okay. My gapper is yelling, gap. Pressure. Okay. Now, let's say you start dribbling. Try and beat her down the sideline. Okay. As soon as she goes hard, gapper is going to become the trapper. Okay. Now, come on back. Now, my early years of doing this, I always had my controller get the turn, and my gapper would come from behind. Okay, you start playing better teams, sometimes your controller would never get a turn. So you had two people behind the ball. Having two people behind the ball is not going to hurt you. Okay, there's two terrible threes you're going to hear me, and I'll show you. The two terrible threes you never want, it's 3 on the ball or 3 behind the ball. Okay, 2 behind the ball does not bother me. Because if there's 2 behind the ball, they're pressuring, they're looking for a punch out, and they're putting pressure on the ball. Okay, so go ahead, let me hear pressure. Now you try and beat her, and then, yep, I want you pressure. She's got to beat you.
Okay.
And then you get me a turn, and you get me a trap. But I want to hear you yell, gap. I want to hear you yell, gap.
Gap.
Not gap. Gap. Pressure. Go. Holy Mosey. Okay, come on back. Whew. It's going to be hard to press with this group, but we will. I promise you by the end. Hey, we don't walk with me. Hustle. Oh my, come on. Okay, get ready. I want your pressure. Get a good stand, get pressure. Now hold it. Better. Now, I don't care which one of you two get to the front. One of you get to the front, then get me a good trap. Okay, ready? Go. Okay, turn it. Hold it. Come on back. Anytime they turn their back, that person should have been there. Anytime you see the back, somebody should have been there. Okay, so I'm right here. I'm this gapper. I'm going gap. Once I start seeing a hard dribble, go ahead. I'm heading towards this way. Now start to turn. Turn your back. I'm coming. I'm coming. Okay. Now I'll explain the other positions right there. Okay. Now, if they happen to fake, sideline, go middle. Now we run and jump that. We run and jump that. We don't trap that. We trap sidelines. We run and jump middle. We trap sidelines. We run and jump middle. I don't have time today, but when you see our half-court defense, we take the same philosophy. If they go middle, we run and jump it. We're going to jump it and switch it. They go baseline in our half-court, we trap it. So I like to keep the same pressure on them on both sides, even when they break it. Okay, so what I mean by that is I'm going gap, 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 fake there, come middle. Gap, 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 now they come middle. I got to stop this. You're going to keep going. Let's say you make that pass. Now I go back to the gapper and I get to my spots. I got to get to my spots. Okay, so the controller, that's number one. It's got to put a ton of pressure. Gapper is going to be, cannot get gap, and then it's going to end up being your trapper. Okay, let me have two more whites, two more. Here we go. Hustle, hustle. Get white here, white there. Just say you're at half court, breaking it that way. Give me a black there and a black there. Okay, ball, please. Okay, you guys on defense? You guys ready? Freeze. Okay, look where they are defensively. Okay, on the dribble drive, on my offense, everything I do with the dribble drive is to open up gaps. Everything we do is to open up gaps. On defense, everything we do is make it look like there's no gaps open. Now, look where you are. Look where you are. You guys do a hell of a job guarding your person. But that's not how we play. You got to play gaps. Okay. Ball's over here. My reader. This is my reader. This is my taker. Controller, gapper. Same side as the controller is the taker. Same opposite side is the reader. Now, some people are going to say, who do you put in what positions? Okay, so I'll answer that right now. Your controller is going to be who? That tough SOB. That person that you want that is going to compete, give you everything you got, takes pride, takes charges, wants to get those turns. Okay, that's I know. My best defender who can pick off passes, like cornerback, safety, that's my reader. That's my reader. Okay? Then I go the opposite way. Who's my worst defender? Because we all have those guys. We all have them. I put my worst defender at the taker spot. At the taker spot. This is the easiest spot to know. Okay? Then my next worst or my third best, whichever way you want to look at it, would be the gapper. And then my teaser. And again, your teaser may not have to be your big guy. If you got an athlete in junior college, my first 2 years in junior college, I had a 6'2" guard play the teaser in junior college. And he was damn good at that because he could pick off passes and so forth. Okay, so let me go to the responsibilities. Taker's responsibility. Okay, let's be right here. You're right there. Gapper, get over. You're right over here. You're gap, 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 right here. Right here. Get in a good stance. Get in a good stance. Okay, see how the middle is open? That should never be. When the ball's below the free throw line extended, none of my front four should be in the back court. None of them. So you should be all the way up here. All the way up here in a good stance. No, you can go back. I don't care where you're at. Get in a good stance. Now hold it. This kills me defensively. I never want them to be what I call square shoulders. I never want to be this way, so I don't know what's going on there. I want you in a nice stance. I want you in that pistol stance right here. Here, I don't know what's going on behind me. Here, I can see if somebody flashes. So when you hear me say square shoulders, that's because you're this way. You're not in the stance. Okay. My two backline players, these two right here, they're never on, they should never be on the same plane. Never on the same plane. They should not be together. The taker is here. My reader should be right about here. Right about here. You got to be aggressive. Okay, and I'll explain why later on. Okay, let's go through the taker's responsibility. Once the ball goes down their sideline, all the taker has to do is take away the pass. That's all they have to do. So I'm right here. If you start coming hard, I'm going to run and sprint to wherever she is and take this pass away. Once I take it away, I want to get in a 50-50 passing lane. What do I mean by 50-50 passing lane? Okay, very simple. I want to tease that person to throw that pass so I can pick it off. Do you want your players to throw on offense to throw a 50-50 pass? No, because if you throw 10 of them, 5 of them may not get there. Okay, so I got to take this away first. Now I'm going to start getting in a position back to here to tease you to throw that. Okay, but there's a ton of pressure on her, and what's coming behind is a trap. It's a trap. So the taker is the person down this sideline. Got to take that pass away. Okay, we will trap from behind. You know, when Patino was at Louisville, he had the 6'7", 6'8" guys. They would come up and trap. We don't. We trap from behind. Here's a couple reasons why. I want them to beat us with the press with what? The dribble. The dribble. I think every coach here knows it's a lot quicker to move the ball up the court with the pass instead of the dribble. The more that point guard dribbles against pressure, guess what happens? Come that third and fourth quarter, I can't tell you how many times we just go right by people because they're not used to that. They're not used to that. Okay, so controller, all kinds of pressure. Gapper ready to come. Here comes coming down here. You're coming down. Let's go slow motion. You're trying to get ahead as fast as you can. You can't. Who's going to get there first? Who's going to get there first? Does not matter to me. You get there first because you coming today? Come on. Okay. So you're coming here. Even if you get the trap here, that's great. You got in the front. Now you're behind. Perfect. That's a great place to trap. Doesn't matter to me. I don't care if it's there, here, or there. My controller, the rule's real simple. You get me one turn, you did your job. You get me 2 turns, you did a hell of a job. You get no turns, you sit your ass right next to me. That's how simple it is for the controller. Okay? They got to get me a turn. They got to get me a turn. Okay, come on back. Come on back. We understand controller. We understand gapper. Now we understand taker. The reader has got to be one of your smarter players to understand how to read the situations. There's beats and there's bad beats. Okay, a bad beat would just be a blow by, and now we're in deep trouble. We're in deep trouble. And I'll explain that a little bit. But a beat, I expect her to get beat. Okay, I want you to put great pressure. We're getting in great pressure. I want to be able to pressure. I want to get this. I want them to go. Now you start to go. What are you doing? No! So this is what happens. She comes up, right? Come on up like you did. Ball goes over the head. Pass it. Now we got 1, 2, 3. We're not terrible 3 position. So the taker. Now you know why I said a taker doesn't have. It's probably going to be your worst defender. All you got to teach him. Is once that dribble comes, I'm going this way. Never come up. Don't come up, please. We're in deep poop if that happens. Okay? So now, you're going hard. You're taking that away. You're going back. The reader now is in what we call a see it and fix it position. See it and fix it. Okay? You're going to hear me talk about a 2-man umbrella and a 3-man umbrella when we go back. When we go back on defense, how many of you have been taught when you get beat to run back to the paint and come out? Nobody? You have? A lot of the older coaches, we were always taught, run back to the paint, come on out. The three-point shot has changed that. You got to make sure. So when we come back, when we run back, I need one to protect home, and usually that's going to be the teaser. I need the taker to take this pass away, and I need my reader, if they see that she's in a see it and fix it mode. So if she's running back to protect me, as you're going, you're going, you're going, you're going, you're going. Now you see a trap. Now I'm going to come back and I'm going to try and get this steal. Now, if it happens to work, go back, where all of a sudden it's a bad beat, go blow by him, go by fast, a little faster. Now, would you at least try to play a little defense? You're coming from behind on the punch out. Once they, come here. In fact, you know what? Let's just practice this. Okay? I told you I'm going to get you too. Okay, right here. Okay, she just blew by you. Okay. She just blew by you. And these are the drills you're going to have to do. You're right there. Okay? You just take that away. Don't worry about those two. When I say go, you're going to try and score. You're going to get me a punch out. You're going to get to her. You two step off the court. Take that pass away. Go! Give me a punch out! Okay, hustle back, hustle back, hustle back. Jordan. God, you got to get some wheels. Okay, here we go. Same thing, right here. You got to get me a punch out. You know what punch out is? Come from behind. You got to get me a trap now. Ready? Go! Punch out, punch out. Stay with it. Give me a trap. Good. Hustle back here. Hustle back. Let's go. Come on, Jordan. Let's go. What's your job when she comes down your sideline? What's your number one job? Do not let her get it. Do not let her get it. Once you stop her from getting the pass, get in a 50-50 passing lane. Ready? Go! Push! Get a punch out! Get a punch out! Give me a trap! Give me a trap! Okay, good. Come on back. Hustle. Here we go. Hustle. Let's go. Okay. Come on. Go. Give me a punch out. Okay, hold it. Okay, come on back. Here we go. You got to go faster, Jordy. You tired? Okay. You're not tired? Go faster. See if you can cut her off. See if you can cut her off. Go. Get her. Get ahead of her. Get ahead of her. Give me a trap. Give me a trap. Give me a trap. Okay. Look at them. That's what I want to see. The person dribbling is going to get tired. Okay, that point guard, you don't want to put your backup point guard in. Look at you, Jordan. That's good. Now you know why you need two controllers. At least. I always needed three. I need two controllers. High school game at the 6:30 mark, my first three subs were always in. They go right to the bench. They know to go in at the 6:30 mark. Not even a question. Because I always felt, and my players were in pretty good shape. I always felt most kids can't play more than a minute and a half hard. Now they can play a minute and a half. They're hard. Can they play a minute and a half? You're hard. And that's the whole key. How hard can you get them to play? And that's the big thing we want to do. So you guys understand this, right? Okay, give me my reader back here, please. Okay, let's say you're at half court. Get me in that good stance. Get me in that good stance. Good, good. Right about here. Right about, move down back a little bit right there. Okay, good. Now, if they go down the sideline really fast, they have to form a three-man umbrella. What I mean by that, you're going to take that side, teaser, and you're going to take that. Whenever we get a trap, what pass do we want to see? Lob, and where do we want to see it go to? The furthest away, the furthest away. Whenever you see some coaches come back, well, we just don't get a good enough pressure. Well, that's up to you. I'm going to be straight up honest with you. If your kids don't play hard enough, that's one thing I know for me through my 47 years of coaching. If my players didn't play hard enough, it wasn't their fault. It was my fault. You can't go out and say this is what you expect, and you don't hold it and you don't demand it. So how do you get them to play hard? Are you afraid to bench your best player if they don't play hard? And that's what you got to figure out. If you're afraid to bench your best player, they're never going to play hard. Go back and think when you had your best teams. I know for me, my best teams were when my best players were my hardest workers. When my best player is not my hardest worker, for me, we never achieved the success I thought we could for that year. So it's something that we want. So now, if it's a bad beat, the reader's gonna go back and form the umbrella, and I'll show that a little bit. If it's a good beat, where we're gonna get a trap eventually, come on down, where we're gonna get a trap eventually, take that away. And once you see that, you come back, look to pick off that pass. The nice thing about getting this trap here, that's another defender, whether it's a sideline or the backcourt line. Okay, now, next thing the reader's got to figure out, what happens when it goes middle? Okay, come on back. What happens if they try and split the gap? So on this, let's say you fake. Okay, fake here, go middle. You got to stop that. Okay, do that and see what happens. Fake there, play it live, go middle, go. No, hold it. Go hard. Fake sideline, go middle hard. Go. Good. Oh, Jordan. Did she split you? Then if they split you, if you're behind, what's your job? Give me a punch out. If she makes that pass there, then you would take her. Okay, get into her. Don't get gapped. Hold on. Pressure. Oh, hold it. I want you to yell pressure.
Oh, pressure.
Oh, Jesus Christ, that's going to scare anybody. Pressure. Hold it, bring it back. I'm not the one playing defense. Bring it back. I'm not the one playing defense. You are. I want to hear pressure.
Okay. Oh, pressure.
Better.
Oh.
Yeah, oh.
Pressure.
Jesus, you're too damn nice. Pressure. Okay, I want to hear gap. Now go hard middle, go. Okay, hold it, freeze, beautiful. That's what I wanted to see. Do it again. Hustle. Good arm. Okay, if they go middle and this person leaks forward, the reader should pick that off. They leak forward, go ahead, come here. They come to here, you should pick it off. That's what you're looking for. You're hoping they come middle. You're hoping she leaks. You're looking for that steal. Okay, so if she comes up, you're looking for it. Now, if she stays back, okay, go ahead, pressure. And they stay back and they go here. I'll be you. Can you get the steal? Then you become now who? She now becomes the taker. Okay, let's do that again. It's a jump, run and jump. I'll be you. I'm going to be you. Okay, go middle. Here. Come on, Jordan, today. Okay, you're the controller. You're the gapper. You're the taker. You're the reader. She's now the reader. Yes, now you got to come in. Where you get screwed up is the angles that they take. It is so important on the angles. Everything in basketball, okay, if it's offense, defense, is angles. Okay, so go back, the ball's there. Come on over here. Take her, right here. So I get myself in a good stance. Okay, pass it there. Pass it. No, just pass. No, she just passed. No, she didn't dribble. Give her the ball. Okay, get talk. Go, hold it. Jesus, come on. You guys got to learn how to play some goddamn defense. Get your ass up here. Let's go. Gap. Get up here. Let's go. Let me hear it. Gap. Pressure. Good. Pass. Good. Hold it. What are you doing? You got a cute smile at least, but get your butt over there. Okay. Just hold it for now. Come on. Talk. Good. Hold it. Good. Back at the angle. Good job. Back at the angle. Here's a mistake that happens. The reader will go from here, go here, then they go over their head. The reader's got to go back at the angle. Back at the angle. You must come in at the angle. Okay. You must go back at the angle. Here's one of the biggest mistakes that the gapper does. Do it again, please. Here's the gapper, pass goes, and they go towards them. What do you think that person's going to do? They're going to be on the run. So again, as soon as it goes, I'm going to go here where I think they're going to go. If they don't, then I'll come back up. If that pass goes and they go down the sideline, you two are always giving me the trap. These two are giving me a trap somewhere. I don't care where, but somewhere. Okay, here we go. I want to work on this, how they move. I don't hear anything. Hold. Come back here. Come on, Jordan, out here. Pressure. Here we go. Hold. I don't hear pressure.
Okay. Pressure.
Good. Okay, hold it. Good. Don't worry. Bring it back. Here we go. Okay, you got to give me that turn as fast as you can. Good job. Okay. Now just pass. I want to see the movement. Just pass. Don't dribble. Talk. Okay, hold it. Stay here. Gap. We're not stop talking. Pressure. Get up. Pressure. Pass. Okay. Back at the end. Pass. Okay, hold it. Up more. Good job though. Pass. Good. Go. Okay, good. Hold it. Good. That's good. My reader went all the way back. I'll go over that on the other side. Okay, come on back here. Come on back. Does everybody understand? Gapper, controller, taker, reader. Now the teaser. This is the hardest thing to teach. For me, I don't care getting burnt early. I want my teaser to be aggressive. We call the teaser because we want to tease the passer to throw the ball all the way deep. Put me an offensive player down there. Put me a defensive player right. Okay, got it. You got her? Go ahead. Okay, ball here. Ball's there. Okay. Now, that is typical for most teams right there. See where the teaser black is playing? She's done a hell of a job where her girl will not get the pass, but that's not what the press is for. Okay. Now, you are the teaser. Put a smile on that face. There you go. You are teasing them to throw that pass there to your person. Now, if you're there, do you think they're going to throw it? So show me where you would be. Oh, she's brave. You're teasing her. Jordan, no pressure on the ball. No pressure on the ball. See, I think you can, right about here, I would say. Right about here. Minimum here. Okay. Again, you're teasing her to throw that pass to her. And you don't need to steal it. All you need to do when it's in the air, get far enough back that you push it into her face, into her body, whatever else. Okay, now look where the ball is. Is that a threat to throw it? Okay, now look at your stance. Is that a stance that you can get yourself back? Stand here. Get yourself in the pistols. There you go. Okay, now I want to see how you do. When I nod my head, you can throw it. Okay, there's one turnover. Okay, go on back. Hustle. Here we go. Look at that. See? The whole key is you want her to pee her pants. Okay, get in a stance. Get in. You can't play defense standing up. Get in a stance. Get in a stance. Hold it. Okay. Bring it back. Once she starts cocking it, now you can reel. Okay. See what she can do. See what she can do. You want to get that ball. Okay. Up 2 turnovers. Okay. Now, White, take it out of bounds. White, take it out of bounds. I don't care. Any white. You got 5. One of you take it out, please. Okay. Now, be underneath the bucket. Now, where should you be? I think you can be all the way up here. With your speed, I know you can be here. I know it. Okay. Get yourself there. Okay. Oh, no. I want you to see if you can make that pass. Yeah. Yep, go ahead. Hey, get the goddamn ball. Don't let it go by you. Coach, you see what I'm saying? So many times when they come out, they want to guard somebody. They want to get next to them. We always call what we call playing the high side. My teaser, even with guys, my teaser is usually always here. This is where I want my teaser. Once they start to cock it, we start to go back. Let me tell you this. I've never seen an inbound person. Here's what usually happens. If you're playing a well-coached team, the inbound person is going to look long, what? For about the first second and a half. Then they're going to come back to here. I've never seen an inbound person kind of look this way for the pass that way. Come down the court, we know how to set people up. Taking the ball out of bounds, that does not happen. Okay? So we want you to cheat. Now, we talk about talking. You guys have got to talk. My two front people now, try to understand this. When the ball's out of bounds, I don't call them controller or gapper. I call them strong and weak. Strong and weak. And here's why. Okay, come right here, sweetheart. Right there. Young lady, right there. You come here. Okay. You go that corner, get open. You go that side, get open. Go. Okay. Wait. I want you guys to deny it. Look, we don't want you to get the ball inbounded easy. If you can, Jordan, you force them to get it all the way over here to the sideline. Don't let her catch it. Okay. Both of you go. Go, Whites, go. Freeze. Okay. Which side's strong? The side the ball is taken out. See where weak is? Go back to where you were. No, stay there. Now the ball comes back to the inbounder. Now you're in trouble. So when the ball is out of bounds, whatever side strong is, you do all you can. You make it hard on her. She's going to get the ball 9 out of 10 times. But what we're trying to do is to wear down that point guard again. Wear down to get open. Wear down to get open. We want to wear that point guard down. I don't like to concede it. They get lazy, I get a tip. They get real lazy, I get a steal. Okay. Weak, when the ball is out of bounds, weak has to play the angle. Strong does denial. Weak plays angle denial. Here's what I mean by that. Come on back here. I'll take your spot. Okay, and go take it out again. So if I go like this, I'm in deep trouble because once you go there, you're going to get it. Okay, so keep it again. Come on back here. Go back to inbounds. So I'm going to deny. Go. I'm going to deny this way. I'm not going all the way out there. This is where I'm going to deny. What's going to help me for defense? See that basket? That's hard for them to throw that. I don't want to be here where they can hit her. I want to be here. Now go. Okay, give it back to her. Now start going that way. I'm coming back to here. Now she's going to go into the reader's response. My reader's up here. My reader's all the way up by the top of the key, by that red line, 3-point line. So she starts going that way, you're looking at it. How long is she going to stare down that weak side? Maybe a second half. 9 out of 10 times they're looking strong side. But if she runs the baseline, now weak becomes strong, strong becomes weak. Okay, so come here. I got you. Now I'm coming here. Now you're running the baseline. Now you're running the baseline. Now I got to deny, and you're coming off. You're coming off. You're coming over. Because if it goes here, you got her. Okay, now, is it going to go back to the inbounder? Yes, it will at times. And I'll show you how to handle that. So when we press, I always look at who is the inbounder. Who is the inbounder? Way back, who used to always take the ball out of bounds? In the old days, back when I was coaching. The big guy. Big guy would take it out. And that's what happened. When I had my really good teams at Clovis West in the late 90s, early 2000, what happened is I had a hell of a point guard named Chris Hernandez who played at Stanford. And they would inbound, they would double Chris. You throw it back to your big, and what you tell your big? You dribble, I'll pull your ass out of the game. Okay, so he was kind of stuck. And that's why offensively, I went to my second point guard taking it out. Okay, most people's fives. I don't know if you, for me, through my years, they don't like being a 5. They want to be a 4. They want to be a 4. So what I did is I named my 5 the 4. So he would feel better. He was now a 4. His ass was still going to run down the middle of the court, still get underneath, and my 5 was my second point guard. So in timeouts, when we have a timeout, when they come in, they know it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I know my bookend, my 2 point guards, my 1 and my 5 are my bookends. So whenever there's a timeout, that's how they come in. Okay, whether it's a 30-second timeout or whether it's a full timeout. I want them lined up that way so we move fast. But my 1 and my 5 are my bookends. Anybody here ever seen any of my dribble drive tapes? Anybody ever run the blood drills? Okay, the blood drills came really from me. If you don't know, I have a hard time sleeping at night. I just lay in bed, I put a pad and pen so stuff comes to my head. So what used to happen is they would double that guy. We go back to the inbounder, and it's just like blood 44. Now you're coming up the court. That's exactly why I made it that way. Okay, now, if you're late coming back to the inbounder, so you're going here, you're going out there, you're going there, you get the ball there, we want you to come back and get the inbounder. Let's say it gets to her. The biggest mistake you can make is to let it go from here to there. Come back, force it right back to this way. Now we're good. The more you can keep the ball out of the middle of the paint, out of the middle of the court, okay, the easier the press is. Because what happens when it gets in the middle, we know who the controller is, but the taker and the reader don't know who's who. You get it to a side, it's real easy to tell. It's real easy to tell. So what would happen, if that happened, is our reader now would go up and take that person, and we would match up right here, and we would man it right now. We would man it from there. Okay. Teaser, you know what you're doing now? You do? You don't? Okay. You're teasing them to throw that pass there. Once it starts going, now the umbrella has to start. Here's what I mean by that. Okay, let's go down the sideline. We like to see a 3-man umbrella. Give her the ball. Go ahead. Let's say there's somebody all the way down. Go all the way down. They start coming. You're going down here. If there's nobody on your side, there's somebody on your side. They're breaking it. You're coming back here. You got to protect the basket. You're coming back. You're getting that trap. Here's our 3-man umbrella, these 3. Okay. Now, let's go bad beat. Go back there. Bad beat. Okay. And I'll be honest with you, coaches. We do this all the time, and I love my guards to get better. When we work on our press, I just have my inbounder and my point guard. The two guards bring it up. I put the other three deep. I want my guards to learn how to handle pressure. You'd be amazed how much better they get, how much quicker they got to learn how to jump stop, how to hard dribble, how to retreat dribble, how to reverse it, and so forth. Okay, so let's go with that. Let's put you down there. You go on this side. You go on that side. You two bring it up. Take it out of bounds. Take it out of bounds. Ooh, wait. Don't go hug. I don't want huggers, and I don't want sniffers. Okay? Good job. I love this stance. That I like already. You can get along with me. I like that. I like that. There's nobody in your area. This will happen. Now, you have somebody like that. Now we like to front back. Now we'll front you. You do all you can deny. You'll play behind. Here's the mistake on when you front back. Here's the mistake is they get next to each other too close. I want my front person straight up in front, doing all I can. I want my back person 6, 7 feet behind so they don't loop on us. They don't loop on us. That's perfect. So you would be right about here. You would be right about here. You do all you can. Don't let her get it. Now, full front. Jordan, you got to get tough. Right here. I'm not going to let her get it. I'm not going to let her get it. That's right. Okay, ready? Work it. Shout her, shout her, shout her. Okay, ho, ho, ho. That's perfect. That's what happens a lot of times. As soon as she put that down, you should have had that steal. You should have been right there. Okay. Wherever she goes, you're gone. If she dribbles right away, she's yours. Okay, keep an eye on her. Keep an eye on her. Go, go. Work, work. Okay. Hold on. What are you doing? Don't worry about her. She's not inbound yet. Okay. So I'm right here. You're right here. If she catches it going this way and she starts to dribble, we're right here. Now, where should my reader be? Yes. That's why I like my reader right here. Take it out of bounds again. Take it out of bounds again. My teaser has everything diagonal and long. That's not your person. That's yours and that's yours. Get on this side of the half court. Get in a defensive stance. Here we go. I don't want square shoulders. I don't want square shoulders. Get tough. Okay, hold it. What's your name? Kay, right there. You get in the front. Jordan, you go behind. Get in front, Kay. You tough? Don't let her get it. She puts it on the ground. You trap it. You follow wherever she goes. Go. Good. Good, good. There's your trap. There's your trap. Good. Hold it. Hold it. Not bad. Not bad. What happened? The ball was on an outside quarter. If everybody was on this half of the court, we would have been fine. Great trap there. Do it again. Do it again. Saying it, saying it. Hold it. What are you doing? Get the goddamn steal. The ball was over there and you were here. So the sooner you can teach them quarters, the better they're going to be. The better they're going to be. Ball, please. Okay. Ball's here. Where's all my defense? Where's all my defense? Go grab the ball. Take it. Take it right there. Get in the court. Get in the court. Get in the court. Where's my defense? Somebody's on the ball. They're on the court. Stay here. Stay here. Get up. There. Where are we? Where are we? Who are you right now? Up the sideline. Who are you? It's amazing. Girls love to talk. They love to talk. Who are you? Take her. Take her. Okay, so she has it. I'm right about here. She comes hard. I'm taking that pass away. You're the teaser. You're the teaser. Get yourself. I don't want square shoulders. I don't want square shoulders. I can't see anything. Get yourself in a stance. I don't care how you want to do. Get yourself in a stance. Okay? Come on back here. Come on back here. Okay, have two take it out now. Come up here with two. Come on up. You guys work. See how we do it. See how we do it. Score. Go. It's a score. No, come up here. Have two. Okay. Freeze now. Taker right now has got to be aware of what? I see where you're playing right now. See where Kay's playing. Where do we want the ball forced to? We want it forced to the side. So right now, you're going to let her get it on the run. So I want to be right here. I want to be right here and force her that way. If I'm here, what you got to be aware of, Taker, is this ball fake, and over the top. That's what you should be looking to pick off. You're ready there. You're looking to pick off if anybody goes long in this area. Okay, here we go. See how we do. Ready? Go. Freeze. Bring it back. Hustle. Freeze. Stay there. So, who were you?
Trapper.
What was your?
Gapper.
No, you were the gapper.
Oh.
You're the gapper, right? So Susan went there. You're coming to here. She put it on the ground right away. Now I'm going. What are you going to do? Take her. What are you going to do? Yeah, but you got to go right to her. You can't give her. See, look, especially on the guy's side. And how many high school girls coaches are here? I promise you right now. I promise you. You press, your winning percentage will go way up. Way up. I have worked with so many since the mid-90s with the dribble drive and with the press. I bet you I worked with over 2,500 different high school coaches, both on the girls and guys side. And everybody talks about the dribble drive. I'm telling you right now, the people who had the most success, it was the defense over the offense. It was the defense. I'm telling you right now. Guys, same thing. It's obviously the guys are a little bit more athletic, and so you got to play a little bit better angles. How many girls can consistently beat that press? You teach them how to make layups and make free throws, you will win a hell of a lot of games if you will just learn how to run this press. I guarantee you, you will be so successful. We had a 9-year stretch with the dribble drive and the press. I believe we were like 293 and 29 in 9 years. Okay. It's because people had everybody thought it was the dribble drive. It wasn't. It was a goddamn press. They both go hand in hand. We create complete chaos. Okay. So here we go. So as soon as it's there, you got to stop that. You can't even be here. You're right here right now. As soon as she starts coming, I'm going right to her. I don't want her to think she has a chance of getting this pass. She can't even think she has you got to take it away. See, if I stay here and you play somebody, they're going to go over your head. Now they're on the run. We want them to beat us with what? The dribble. Beat us with the dribble. Beat us with the dribble, not with the pass. Okay, let's try it. Here we go. Let me have the ball, please. Here we go. Coaches, I don't have a lot of time, and I'm sorry. Most of you do 4-man shell drills, right? Do the same thing. Take that same philosophy on the press. Take that same philosophy on the press. So what we do is we work on bad beat down the side. How do we rotate? We go bad beat down the middle. How do we rotate? We throw the pass to here. How do we rotate? We throw the pass there. How do we rotate? The one thing I've not told you yet, which is the most important part of the press, is the vertical traps. The vertical traps. Okay, what do I mean by that? Anytime the ball goes over our heads, anytime it goes over our head, most people think the press is over. It's just starting. It's just starting. So let's say, for example, the pass came. Let's say you two go, give me a trap right there. Give me, you're coming there, you're coming there. You're going back. They're starting to come. And let's say the pass came to here. Reader, you're back some. You're back some. It went right away. You're back. Throw the pass here, please. Now, this is what I want. Stay there. Please stay. Stay. Should not have came here, right? But we know it's going to happen in a game. So I used to, when I first started the press, pressure all over, then what would happen? They go right by me. Now we're really in deep trouble. Okay, so the ball comes here. Now what I want is play a little cat-mouse game. Give a little green, play a little cat-mouse so she doesn't go by you. Okay, you two now, you were in a trap. The first one that can get to it is going to sprint and you become the vertical trap. You two got to now become a two-man umbrella. Two-man umbrella because you might pop out. You got to go there. You got to go back and protect now. Okay? You're sprinting to here in what mode? What do we call that? See it and fix it. See it and fix it. Again, what do I mean by that? If we see a good trap here, see where you can pick off the pass. If you see her go by here, then I got to come down, crack down over here. Okay? Again, bam, right here. You were late, go to there. Pass it. Freeze. What are we going to do? Vertical trap again. You go. You get over. You deny. You're back to here. So we go from trap to trap on vertical. When it goes horizontal, we're in our man-to-man. We're in our man-to-man. Sounds confusing. It really isn't. Now in a half court, think about this in a half court. Anytime they drive baseline, what are we doing? We're trapping it. Anytime they come middle, what are we doing? We're going to run and jump it. We're going to run and jump it. If they go down the slot, the corner three is too good at the height, I think, to give up the corner three. If there's a bad shooter in the corner, we would stop it. On the corner three, on any slot drive, we stunt, cover the quarter, we come over, and we crack down that way. We crack down that way. Okay? Questions. So I want to have time for questions. I'm going to go over some other separate questions. Yes? What happens if the ball goes middle? Okay? It all depends where it came from. Again, if it goes middle, if I'm on the ball, what's my responsibility? Play cat and mouse. See, that's not the full pressure. I play cat and mouse to let the vertical trap come from behind. We don't want it to get to the middle. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. What they're going to do is they're going to go over the top on you a lot, especially early. And that's fine. See, for me, when I work with Coach Cal, when I work with John, when he's at Memphis in Kentucky, he loved what we did on the press, but there's a lot of coaches that cringe when they give up a layup. Okay? If you really want to play this style, as soon as it goes through the net, I'm yelling, go, 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 go. You can't say, God dang it, whatever. You know you're going to give some up. When Coach Tarkanian was at Fresno State, when I was at Clovis West, every year he would come to our practice. He loved what we did. Okay? He actually, it's probably illegal, I took his practices 3 straight days. We put the press in. And his assistant, who's my assistant, associate coach right now, John Watt, says, Vance, it's great. I love what you do. But once we give up a layup, he's going to get the hell. He's never going to run it again. Okay? You have to have that confidence. I always had the confidence. I wanted this type of game. I always felt my teams were in better shape than your teams. They may not have been, but it was my belief. It was my belief, and I wanted that belief with my players. Okay, so for me, it was really, really important that way. Let me just go through, baby. Okay, so imagine now I take the same press. Oh, question.
Do you ever designate the players like you have to be in the front on the first vertical trap? Do you ever designate like you have to be in the front or in the back, or it's always just a call?
Okay, first thing we do, he wants to know, do we designate the players on the trap? Okay, we teach all 4 players knowing all 4 spots. All 4 players knowing all 4 spots. Ideally, we'd like to see my controller be the controller. But what happens if all of a sudden you get the steal and your controller's got back responsibility and I'm the taker and I just laid it up? Does it make sense for my who's back to run up and run back? So I'll say, hey, Joe, controller, I got taker. So we teach them how to run all 4 spots. So the way I do that, ball please. Let me have all of you guys right here. Here we go. Hustle. Come on down. So again, be creative. All the drills that I ever make up, I just have fun at them. Write down, see what works. Think of 4-man shell. Think of what you do, and see how you get beat, and work on that drill. Yeah.
On this first trap, do you ever tell a kid, like the opposite side, that every single time you're going to the front?
Okay, first trap, you're going to the front. Okay, the controller and a gapper are the 2 that we want to get the trap with. Is everybody good on that? I don't want the taker coming up. The only time we trap with the taker is if it's got thrown to the taker's man. Okay, I want both the controller and the gapper to head to the high side. I used to have it where only the controller would go to the high side and the gapper would come from behind. But what happened is the controller got beat and the gapper, we got them both behind. So we teach both of them. Whichever one of the 2 can get to the top of the trap, get to the top. Whoever can get that turn first, get that turn. Okay? Run the circle. When I say run the circle, I want you guys just run the circle right here. It says, way back my time, there used to be a jump ball circle there. Okay, run that circle. Run it. White ball, take it out. Put your press on, block. Oh, take it out. Yeah. Yep. That's okay. Here we go. Run it. Let's see how you guys get to your spots. Block, take it out. Freeze. I like that. Look at that. Say, freeze. Stop. See, I like this one. This one's going to play for me. 1, she smiles. 2, she's in a good stance. And look where she's teasing. Thank you. Look at my reader. Reader should be up here. Okay. Do it again. Here we go. There's so many different drills you can do to get them in the right spots to learn where they're supposed to be. Okay. Ready. White. Take it out. Deny. Freeze. Back here. That's okay. Don't worry. Poop's going to happen. Okay. There you go. Both got beat. This is hold on. This is a bad beat. This is a real bad beat. Okay. Stay here. So now we got to form the umbrella. You got to get home. Protect home. Okay. See, now what position do I want her in? I want her in that 50-50 passing lane. See, I don't want you looking here. Now you're going to be here. She's going down. You get in that 50-50 passing lane. See, you're going to kind of form the umbrella. You can't let that pass get there. So you're coming back. Keep coming. You're coming. Okay. Now, start from there. Now I want you to play it live. When I say go, what are you 2 trying to do? You both are trying to get a punch out. Get in front of her. Ready? Go! Get a punch out. Yeah, hold it. Tease her. That can't happen. Here we go. That cannot happen. You're teasing her, pick it off. Ready? Get a stance. You can be back a little bit more. Right there. Go! Do it again. Oh, we got to get moving. Hustle. Here we go. Ball, please. White, take it out. Put your press on. Freeze. Take it out there. You're standing. You got to get in a stance. I can't just stand here like this. I got to get in a stance. My teaser is always talking to who? My reader and my taker. My reader and taker are talking to who? My controller and my gapper. My controller and gapper, when they're denying, they don't need to talk to anybody because they're busting their tail trying to deny as much as possible. Okay? Now, hang on. Give the girls a nice hand, please. Thank you, ladies. You're good. We take this a lot of times. Hold the ball, though, please. I'll go from this right to man, same principles. Right to hard diamond, same principles. Like on free throws, I love to go hard diamond. And as soon as they inbound, what's the person on the ball going to do? It's just like a vertical trap. We get to our quarters, we're there. On man-to-man, we do the same thing. We get to our spots, then we wait and see when we can go trap on man-to-man. A lot of times we're going what we call gold off the press. Once they inbound, we act like we're going to trap. We act like we're going to trap, but we don't trap on gold. We don't trap on gold. Because we played some teams that knew after that second dribble, they were going to get trapped. So they would go dribble one, dribble two, pick it up, and then try and reverse it on us. So if they had that, we also had a different thing. There's a lot of different things that you can do off of the press. Now, I didn't talk about what happens if there's 3 up, 4 up. I get that question all the time. The number one thing you want to do when they inbound the ball is to keep it out of the middle. Keep it out of the middle. Because once it gets to the side, you know who your controller, your gapper, and everybody is. In the middle, it becomes hard. So if they have 4 up, we'll bring the reader, the taker right here. The reader will be at the top. We just want them to get the ball there. The nice thing about when they bring 4 up is they're all jammed up. They're all jammed up, and it gives us an advantage there. Yes, they're going to get the ball inbound a lot easier, but now they're all jammed, and it makes it easier for us once they start pressing. Any other questions? Coach?
We're about to start the season at Fresno State. We saw a high school coach at Sanford, Bucky McMillan, press at the high school level, press at the college level, and have a lot of success. What are we going to see out of Fresno State? You may not want to tell anybody.
No, I'll be honest with you. I only have 1 point guard this year. I only have 1 point guard. If I burn him out, I'm in trouble. Are we going to press? Yes. In select spots, we're going to press. In select spots. If I have right now I got 4 of my players injured. If I can get all 4 back, we're going to press. We're going to press. You know, when I got the job, I got it, April 8th, 3 weeks into the portal. So it wasn't like there's a lot of time to get different people and different things. My goal down the line is I want to be able to press. I want to be able to press. But we will press certain times of the game. Coach?
Is this one of those presses you got to keep going to the whole half? Or
Is this one of these presses you got to keep going on? At your level, I promise you I'd keep it on the whole half, the whole game, and you're going to have a lot of success. You're going to have a lot of success. The mistake I made when I went to Pepperdine, I'll be straight up honest with you. One, back then you start October 15th, so to try and put the full court press in, put your half court defense, put your offense in 2.5 weeks before your first game, it was really hard. And then the one thing that ding dong me didn't think about, what happens with college games? TV timeouts every 4 minutes. So that word down factor, I couldn't get that word down factor as much as I wanted. You would have it at certain times, but not as much as I got it in junior college or in high school. Other questions? Okay, I'll give you, yes, Coach. Conditioning-wise, when I was a young coach, like a lot of you are, I used to run the hell out of my kids at the end of practice. We would practice 3.5 hours and go run for another 15, 20 minutes. I don't need to do that anymore. The way we practice, the way we go, we validate every drill we do. I like a winner, I like a loser. And we validate. Okay, so at the end of practice, if one team's got 6 wins, one team's got 9 wins, the team that lost has 3 different runs. I have a running chart. You lose the first run is a 10-second up back. Second one, the second loss is a 21-second double sprint. Then the third one's a liner in 30 seconds. The fourth one's a triple sprint in 33 seconds. The fourth one is going to be a liner and a sprint in 42 seconds. So they know what they got to do. If they have a good attitude that day in practice, I let them shoot free throws to get out of that running. So they get to pick who their shooter is for the 10-second run. Who their shooter is has to be a different person for the 21. And I like that, doing that too, because what it does is lets them, they don't want to run, but they never admit who the better shooter is. But they're going to put that best shooter in that last run because they don't want to run that last one on that. Yes, Coach? Okay, 50-50 pass. Coach, come on out, please. Coach, Coach, you got the ball right. Imagine you got, no, that's good. You don't need it. Imagine you got the ball right here, Coach. Okay. Doesn't matter if it's half court or full court. Right now, if Coach has the ball, is he going to throw the pass? So I'm not in the 50-50 passing lane. Right now, I'm here. Am I in the 50-50 passing lane? No, he's going to catch that. So I want to kind of be in this lane right here where I tease him to throw it, where I can pick it off. I don't want to throw. On offense, we never want to throw 50-50 passes. On defense, I want my players to be in that 50-50 passing lane. A lot of people want total deny or body deny. We play high side deny. You're welcome. I'll give you my email. If you want to ever have a question, I'll be glad to help you. If you ever want to come down to Fresno State and watch a practice, I have a lot of coaches that come in and watch practice. That never bothers me. You come down anytime. It's V as in Vance, V Walberg, W-A-L, no H, B-E-R-G, at csufresno.edu. And I'll be glad to help you on that. Okay.